guys, Shannon at Star Strider here, and in this video I'm going to talk about my top 10 favorite pals that I have used in this game. No criteria in particular. These are pals that I've enjoyed using them in one format or another. Let me know if these are your favorites, or if you disagree with my preferences. That's perfectly okay. We all have our preferences. Coming in at number 10, and it's a tie, is Warsect. I really enjoy having him. I use him a lot in some of my bases. Not so much on my team, but I do use him in my base as work pals in my base. Another reason I really like Warsect and Warsect Terra is, with the part of the controversy of Palworld when it first came out was the resemblance of a lot of the creatures to Pokemon. But for me, Warsect and Warsect Terra, they look like Digimon. If you look at like the eyes and stuff, the way Warsect is designed, this thing could easily be in Tentomon's Digivolution family. I don't know, maybe like an armor variant, or a branch Digivolution. If you watch Digimon and you look at their eyes, they all have characteristics in their eyes. Most of them do, and Warsect for me really brings home that Digimon look more than a Pokemon. Another reason I like Warsect aesthetically is Heracross is one of my favorite Pokemon of all time, and similar reasons, Warsect is definitely one of my favorites. They are pretty solid in battle. I just haven't used them as intense as thoroughly on my team in these playthroughs as I have other pals. But they're still pretty cool pals, and they're fun to look at. Between like Warsect and Warsect Terra, it's like they could be Digivolutions of one another, especially like Terra with that gold coloring. You know how some Digimon, when they digivolve, they just get like a metal coat, like Metal Edamon or something. It's the same monkey with a metal coat. It's kind of the same thing here, so it's pretty cool that way. Coming in at number 9 on my list is Sylvagus, however you want to say it, Sylvagus or Sylvagus. One of the reasons he is not higher on this list is because he is, one of the more recent additions since the Fabric update back in December. I have used him extensively in my team since then. His shield ability is really strong, and he's really good in combat. I don't use him in my base that much. Over other pals that could do the same jobs, and plus his name is not comfortable to pronounce for me at least. He has grown on me since his release. That's why he's even made it onto the list. But I do like his design and his abilities in combat. I don't like him so much as a mount. He's not all that fast, and especially this one, because he is so big, he doesn't give you that speed sensation. Even if he had like speed buffs like Swift and Runner, it just doesn't feel like he's that fast anyway. Number 8 on my list is Frostallion Noct. Now, I do like regular Frostallion, don't get me wrong, but Frostallion Noct is a step above, in my opinion. Especially that color scheme, as opposed to just the regular white of Frostallion Noct, of regular Frostallion. I've really enjoyed using Frostallion Noct on my team, both in combat and as a mount. In fact, I prefer using him to Jet Dragon. Yes, I do have Jet Dragon in my PAL box. I don't like using him quite as much as I like Frostallion. This one I am on does have the speed passives. I find him to be a little bit more agile over Tetragon. I've also used him in combat, so he's pretty solid there. I also have a couple Frostallion Nox working in my bases as harvesters, and they are pretty solid harvesters. It's like they get to the plantation and poof, it's done. And he's just a cool pal. He is aesthetically pleasing to look at. He is solid in combat. He's a solid mount and an overall pretty good pal. Coming in at number 7, and this may surprise some of you on my list, is Vanworm. I love his design. I love his color scheme. I'm not as big a fan of Vanworm Christ. Vanworm Christ is fine, but Vanworm regular is just spot on for me. I love the fire and dark typing. I love his design, the dragon-ish look of his head, the black and red color scheme on most of his body. He on many of my playthroughs, he is a solid upgrade from Nightwing, which many of you I'm sure can relate to. Nightwing is such a garbage flying mount. We're happy to have anything else but him. Pidgeot wannabe, absolutely, because that thing is trash. Coming in at number 6, we have Middle of the Pack. This is probably a favorite for many of you as well. We have Anubis. Of course it's going to be Anubis. Anubis cannot not make this list. Anubis is in my top 10 for a number of different reasons. He is a very solid pal, both in combat and in base. He is so versatile, it's not even funny. I know a lot of players now prefer Splatterina. I personally do not. Anubis is still my go-to. I have bred a lot of these guys for base work. This one is for combat with some combat passives. The Anubis boss in the desert, I have a mixed relationship with. That's a story for another time. But all in all, Anubis is definitely among one of my top favorites just for his versatility in combat, in team. I've enjoyed having him on my team. I enjoy having him working on my base. A very solid pal. Number 5, I have Bastigor. Bastigor, I've enjoyed having him on my team. He might be higher up if he wasn't so new. Bastigor, of course, was what added with the Faybreak update back in December. He has grown on me a lot as a combat pal. I have used him a couple times as work pals for cooling, but mainly I have used Bastigor on my team as a combat pal, and he is pretty solid. Very good combat pal. Love him. Love his design. I love the loincloth thing he wears. It's like if a pal was a paladin, this guy would be it. Even more than the centaurs. Coming in at number 4, and this may surprise some of you, maybe not, is Pyron, however you guys want to say his name. This Pyron in particular is probably my favorite ground mount. Yes, I have used other ground mounts like Fanglope and others with the double jump. They're solid ground mounts, don't get me wrong, but Pyron is a joy to ride. This one in particular because he's got the speed passives. I know you've seen me on Pyron in footage when I do some of my other Palworld content videos. He is just a joy to ride. And I still like him over Azurmane or the new horse pal that was added in Faybreak. I can't think of his name offhand. Again, this is more of a preference and a matter of how long I've been using him. What did I run over? Oh, a duck. But yeah, Pyron is definitely high on the list. Now I do want to mention Pyron Noct as well. I don't use him as extensively as regular Pyron, but I do like his design. The flow of the main. There's a little bit more animation in Pyron Noct's main as opposed to regular Pyron. But yep, Pyron's my number 4. And he's a good boy. Coming in at number 3 on my list is Jormuntide Ignis. Now, I do love both Jormuntides. I love their design, but Jormuntide Ignis is hands down, in my opinion, the better POW of the two. He is solid for kindling. I use him a lot in my base. I use one on my team. They are really good, but they are really good pals to have. One thing I will mention, I don't use a lot of alpha pals, mainly because they're too big, especially with the Jormuntides. They just don't fit in the base that well comfortably, no matter how I make it. So I keep them at the regular Jormuntide size. Plus, Jormuntide Alpha would not fit in this frame. But for me, Jormuntide Ignis just is the better design of the two. Not, I have used Jormuntide Water type extensively as well on my team, as well as in base. I just prefer Ignis out of the two. Coming in at number 2 on my list is Orzhok. Orzhok has been an absolute joy to use in game. I have been using him since since I first touched him. Ever since, he has grown on me a lot. I use him a lot in base. A lot of people now prefer Azurmane. Really, I still prefer Orzhok over Azurmane. I have sentimental attachment to Orzhok. I love the way he looks, and the way he can absolutely nuke everything around him is amazing. That's just my personal preference. Nothing against Azurmane. It's just Orzhok is very solid for me. I have used him a lot in game, in both my party and in the base, generally generating electricity. Don't take it personally. Before I get on to number 1, I'd like to give list a few honorable mentions. Shadowbeak has definitely been one pal that I have enjoyed using in the game in my party. I've moved on a bit from him, but when I was using him, he was solid. His divine disaster ability was fun to use. It's basically fly over and everything you're fighting doesn't realize it's dead yet. Kind of until those globes go off. It's aesthetically pleasing to watch him fight. He's also a very solid mount. He's also a cool design. The only thing I have against him really is the angle of the wings in his design. I don't like that forward wing design necessarily, that forward angle that he holds them at. Other than that, he is amazing. I've got no other complaints about him. Another honorable mention I have is Univolt. Before, especially the OG before Azurmane came along. Similar to Pyron, he has been a very solid mount for me. Similarly, I just enjoy riding along a beach or something. Shut up, Lamball. But he is not as fun to ride as Pyron is. Still, I've used him extensively as a mount, so that's why he is an honorable mention. My last honorable mention is going to be Astagon. When I've used him in my team, he has been an absolute beast in battle. He is. I love his design. He is an absolute solid pal to use in a team. He's also pretty decent in base. He is good at mining. However, his size kind of holds him back, especially in tighter quarters where an Anubis can do a lot better, or even the turtle dig toys. I don't know why Paca Pair decided to make him so big. This isn't even the alpha. This is his regular size. But other than that, he's a good design. He's a solid pal. I've enjoyed having him on my team. Sometimes I sub him in, but not as much. He's not as much of a regular. He's a bench warmer for me right now. But with that out of the way, I'm gonna move on to my favorite pals that I so far that I've used in this game, and that is Quivern. Quivern slash Quivern Botan. This one's a Quivern Botan. Turn around, please. Smile at the camera. This pal is amazing to me. I don't think this pal wakes up to have a bad day. I don't think this pal, the look of him, he knows what a bad day is. Quivern and Quivern Botan are both very solid pals for me. Very good. I use them in my team. I do use a couple in my base, although there are other pals that can do their skill just as well. This one in particular has a spot on my team right now. He is very solid in battle, and probably my second strongest pal right now. I do like using him as a flying mount. And the fact that he is higher on the list than my Frost Stallion Nox says a lot. I have enjoyed using him on my team. I love him as a mount. Just love the look of him. He is adorable to me. While being a solid fighter at the same time. Don't let the cuteness fool you. When it comes down to getting his hands dirty, he does. And while he's not as fast as Frost Stallion or Jet Dragon or some other flying mounts, I do have some some speed passives on this one. I like the precision of him. Like I said earlier, Jet Dragon's a little too fast. So when I'm trying to do more precision flying, like I'm trying to get down to an egg or a lift monk effigy to pick it up, it's so easy for Jet Dragon to overfly it. Even if I turn around, it's too fast. While I can appreciate the game's attempt to adhere to physics, sometimes it's annoying. And that is my top 10 favorite pals. Let me know what you think. If you had to rank your top 10 pals, what would they be and why? Now my list may change in the next couple of months. We have the update coming, the Terraria update coming, so my list may change. We will see. But for now, these are my top 10. My next video, I plan to do a top 10 of the pals I find the most annoying, so be on the lookout for that. And I will see you guys later. Thanks for watching.